Good evening and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies awesome Divination Shakti virtual summit. Channeling and mediumship. Two words that catch your attention for very different reasons. And no, one of them is not channeling is what I do every day with the TV remote. Channeling is the process of revealing information and energy, not limited by our conventional notions of space and time that can appear receptive or expressive. This is an excerpt from The Science of Channeling by Helene Wabe. Now, suddenly you might be thinking, what does that mean? We will break this down for you, simplify it for you. On today's call, we will understand what is channeling and mediumship, if there is a difference between the two, how exactly does this ancient divination tool help us, and we will receive channeled messages for us also. Our fantastic expert doing this for us today is a wellness coach and therapist, a multi-modality expert with more than 2 decades of experience. She not only has a long list of international certifications, she has a PhD in psychotherapy and counseling and is founder and director of the Institute of Holistic Sciences, Mumbai. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for and join me in giving a warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the lady whose goal in life is to empower people to take control, change, and live their lives holistically. Dr. Geetanjali Saxena. Hi, Dr. Geetanjali. Welcome in.
Thank you so much, Neelu, for this warm welcome. Wonderful welcome. It was something very different than what I have experienced before. It was so warm, so nice. It's as if I was a celebrity. Welcome.
Where you are a celebrity, people, before we go into the crux of the call today, let me tell you something. Dr. Geetanjali, she's that person who does the work of 78 hours in 24 hours. And in the middle of all that, she still finds time to be with us on the summit. You are a celebrity, Dr. Geetanjali, for sure. Always a delight to have you here. And you're here this time with channeling and mediumship. So many concepts around it, so many thoughts around it, some fears around it as well. So let's kind of just dive into that.
Right.
What I wanted to start with before asking what these are, what it means, you have learned this, and this is not really a modality, Dr. Geetanjali, that most people like. It's not a commonly popular modality that one just goes towards. So what attracted you to channeling and mediumship?
Okay, so actually speaking, I don't know what attracted me because there is something I always feel that, you get channeled messages. So, this course just came up and I looked at this course and I felt that I needed to do this course. That's it. I did not have two thoughts about it. And this course was happening in Hyderabad. And this lady was coming all the way from Germany.
Right.
And I said, I need to do this course. So then I don't know why, what, how it was. But it was as if, you are divinely guided, because see, please understand, the whole thing is about channeling. That means there is some spirit guide, some ascended master who's giving you the message that you have to be there. At that point of time, you don't look into advice, you don't look into cards, you don't look anywhere. You just go ahead and do your own bit. So I just followed my intuition, and I'm glad I did. I followed this thing, and I had 2 wonderful days with this facilitator from Germany, and I learned a lot. And it was a new, vision, and I was not afraid. Okay, one thing, touch wood, I was not afraid of channeling spirits, of channeling ancestors. That was never there with me, and it was as if you know that you are divinely protected. And she made it so easy for us. She made us understand the concepts very nicely. And so from there, I got this thing of channeling, that how do you channel my messages for your people around you? And through this work, I have been able to give immense, assurance to the people around me, that when I could channel their loved ones who had died of grief. And I immediately started doing this workshops, because I felt it was something new concept and something new. It was not happening in 2008 and 9.
Correct.
So it was something very, very new. So I have learned it like almost 15 years back, 15, 16 years back.
Right. And that too, at that time, somebody internationally coming down would have been unheard of, correct?
Yeah. I don't think so. She's back after that.
That's why you got the message. Do it now.
Do it now. Yeah.
Right. So very interesting. And was this around the same time that you were doing theta?
Yeah.
So is there like a correlation to it?
So theta makes you very, very intuitive. So that's why in theta also we could, connect. But I was feeling that there is something amiss in theta healing, that I was wanting more information, which was not given in my theta healing workshop. So I wanted to do this proper course in which I can channel these spirits. Yeah.
Dr. Geetanjali, for a few seconds, you were talking, you were not on mute, but we lost your voice. If you could just repeat it.
Okay, so basically when in theta, I would not receive the proper information on what is channeling, what is mediumship, how does it help, how do we do it. I wanted some more information. So I did it around the time of 2007 and 8. That's what I told you. And it was like, so you are divinely guided. Once you get into these healing practices, you get divinely guided. But since, sometimes you feel the information is missing, you don't know much, you want to know more. So that was my calling at that time. And I have done the course even again, this 4-5 years back, with another mediumship channel, Sally.
And the one you learned from originally was Michaela
Adam Host. I learned with her, and then with Sally I learned. So I just like, so it's not as if, I stop myself with one trainer. I keep on learning. If I like something, I keep on learning the same modality with different trainers.
Right, because there are different perspectives, there are different ways of teaching, and it's not something that's set in stone, right? It's constantly adapting as well, which would hold true for any modality, I suppose.
Absolutely.
Right. We are here on Channeling and Mediumship. So, Dr. Geetanjali, what is channeling? What is mediumship?
Okay. Channeling is basically a process. It's an intuitive process. First, let me tell you, it's an intuitive process. In this intuitive process, you connect with the metaphysical, the spiritual world, the spirit world. And so there is a way of connecting with the spiritual world. And why do we do it? Basically to receive guided messages for us, guided messages for our future, those kind of things which are helpful, or you know somewhere that you are divinely protected. So so you become a medium yourself. That's why channeling and mediumship. So there are a lot of mediums you can use. There is this Ouija board that you can use to channel. There is the Wicca method to use. Here you become a channel. That means you are a medium. You are using your own brain, your own mind as a medium to channel information from the other side. So you are the medium to channelize messages from the other side. That's why channeling and mediumship.
Right. And there's normally a certain amount of fear around the fact, Dr. Geetanjali, that I'm a medium. The spirit is going to enter me and talk through me with, garbled voice, as we've normally seen in, a couple of movies, maybe a classic example being Ghost, the Patrick Swayze movie. So is that true? Is that what happens?
No. This is very true. Okay. This is very, the Patrick Swayze movie was very good. Now listen, the ghost did not enter, maybe it entered her once or twice because she gave the information, but she could hear voices.
Right.
That is what is channeling all about. You'll hear. So either you get those thoughts that you are able to channel, or you are able to channel through this. But we don't allow spirits to enter. You cannot allow the spirit to enter your body. It is like you cannot give space. So we don't teach those kind of channeling. That was a little bit exaggerated. The spirit is entering and going out and all that, and suddenly become. But if you see, there's a scene in the bank. This guy is standing next to her and saying the numbers.
Constantly telling her, correct.
He didn't enter her.
Right. And of course that, but I digress. I mean, it's Patrick Swayze. It's very easy to digress. I will not coming back, focusing right here. And so if I understand this correctly, channeling is an intuitive process. Mediumship is being a medium, is being the pipe, is being the conduit for that channeling to happen. And nobody is entering anywhere. It is a channeled message. That is it.
Yes.
Right. All right. And so, as you said, Dr. Geetanjali, we want channeled messages from higher spirits or from loved ones. How exactly is that helping us? How is it contributing to our today, to what might happen tomorrow?
Okay. So, people come to us in a state of anxiety. They come to us when things are not working and they want that reassurance. So when you channel a message, you're bringing a lot of peace and hope to the person. Like they come with all sorts of questions. So sometimes, of course, there is some bad news also to be conveyed to them. But I always say, at least you know what to expect rather than not knowing. If you know what to expect, then you can maybe control the outcome or your intention or your work today itself. So, for example, if I know that, there's just a download coming in and you feel you have to do something, or there is certain issue at some point of time in your life and you want guidance. And sometimes what happens now, even though you are into tarot, you are into angel cards and a lot of other things, but still you don't receive the guidance. So what we can also teach in this process is, your higher self. Right. We teach communicating with your higher self. Now, who is your higher self? I'm using a new word here. Who is your higher self? Your higher self is a metaphysical representation. Okay, so you are the physical embodiment of the higher self, right? He wants certain experiences. Because of that, he has put you as a physical representation on earth. So if you want to channelize, something is not happening right in your life, you want to channelize your higher self and say why it's happening. So you are getting message directly from somebody who's very connected to you. And that messages are, so important. Like so many times I just look up and I say, help me. You don't need a process for that. You are connected because you have done it so many times. It is almost like, you are there for me, or I am the physical representation. So I need help at this time. Right. So that connection becomes stronger. And if your connection with your higher self through channeling and mediumship becomes stronger, things start happening more in your life. So it's not just about, me getting messages for somebody. It's about my connection with my higher self, with my spiritual guide, who can guide me, who can help me to process. See, tarot can just guide me, but he cannot shift my life. So here your connection becomes very, very strong with your higher self. And that's very, very important.
Of course, Dr. Geetanjali, you are also a tarot practitioner. I mean, like I said, you're a multimodality expert. I did not go into listing it because then I would have taken 10 minutes more. This. Anyway, so like I said, this also is something that you are putting forth with your own experience across modalities, of course.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And as you said, it's your connection to the higher self. There is a guidance, and it helps your daily life. So Dr. Geetanjali, how has it impacted your life? Is there any incident, anything that you'd be happy to share with us?
Okay. So, what had happened is I recently lost my father. And so even though I learned the modality a lot time better, but I lost my, so he was in the hospital for about a month. And when he went, so the first day I saw the cards and I knew, in fact, I knew it 6 8 months before only that something will happen. So I had warned my mother, my brothers, everybody I had warned. Anyway, so the cards were not good, but still, you keep on hoping, you keep on hoping, you keep on hoping that, something can change. God will listen, the soul will listen. So when I started going in the ICU, because after the third day, he went to the ICU. So when I started connecting, I was just meditating, I was connecting to his soul, and suddenly I saw my grandmother. And my grandmother was just standing behind, and I knew the time had come. Because previous to that, in 2013, my father was again very ill. He was in the Ambani hospital, and he was put into a semi-conscious, coma kind of thing, but I never saw my grandmother. And here I saw my grandmother just, as an apparition behind my father, and I knew that she had come to take him. And I started communicating with her, and I started telling her, please don't. So she started giving me messages, that the time has come, it's not easy, you have to let him go, and things like that. So kind of I was already prepared. So even though it kind of became a strong yes when I saw the spirit of my grandmother there, my ancestor. And I didn't get worried because, and I had not seen it before. Like, so, he has been in and out, and but I've never seen, like, even when he was in the ICU of Ambani hospital, he was not, I didn't see my grandmother ever. And here it was like, she's standing. And I could even communicate with the soul of my mother-in-law. So we got a call saying that she's not well. And I just closed my eyes and I could see her out of her body. And I knew that she's already gone. So I didn't say this to anyone. But my husband ran and all that. But my mother-in-law had already gone before that. So she had just gone like this. But here, yes, we got time. I could speak to my father's soul. So, you need to believe what you see, firstly. And you need to trust the messages which are coming from the divine. So yes, it has impacted my life in this way. Like I felt because I could communicate to souls, I communicated a lot to my father. This 30 days he was in the ICU. He was exactly there for 30 days.
I'm listening to you, Dr. Geetanjali, and I hope you're okay because I'm getting emotional listening to you. Thank you so much. Okay, we could just take a quick second. Thank you so much for sharing such a personal aspect of your life.
So, yeah.
Greatly appreciate it.
So even today, when I want, I communicate.
Right.
So you don't feel alone.
Right. Dr. Geetanjali, do you take a minute, take a moment? Yeah. I'm also going to take a moment. Let's both of us have a glass of water and everybody else on the call. If this has affected you the same way, have some water, take a moment to settle down because I definitely need it. Sorry about that, people, and we'll just wait for Dr. Geetanjali to come back. I know something like this would affect anyone in very many ways, and we are going to bring up something with that soon into the call as well. And Dr. Geetanjali, this has been the impact that you've had. Just
you can communicate and you can see that, but it's not, but you still have that power,
right,
to communicate anytime. And I don't feel that you need a process after some time. Right. You just know. So many times I feel a presence.
Absolutely. somewhere understand what you're saying, because for any of us who's not really learned to channelize this kind of energy, sometimes these are the things that become inexplicable, and it can either scare you or just fill you up with a certain sense of ease and comfort. Coming to that as well, I also want to say that I think it's never easy to accept knowing something like this, but there's some little bit of preparation that you also ended up having with it, right?
Yeah, I had a lot of preparation, but you always hope. So at that time I could communicate, but like I got, I gave him a little bit 4 days, 5 days before I started communicating with him. But I can communicate with him anytime I. So
Right.
still that hope is there.
Absolutely. And there are a few questions that have come up, and I'm going to bring them up shortly.
Yeah, do
I
that.
wanted to ask you, Dr. Geetanjali, is this therefore the maximum type of question that comes to you for channeling and guidance, where people want to connect with, somebody who's moved on, their loved one who's moved on? Or is there anything else that people also want to know with channeling and mediumship?
So of course, you can focus and work with your ancestors. You can get a lot of intuitive messages from them, and you can definitely speak to your higher self and see the direction in which your life is going, and guidance from the higher self, whether the way you are doing things is right, or give me this right method of doing things. You can also get messages regarding your future from your ascended masters, from spirits, uh, from your spiritual guides, from your guardian angels. It's an entire spiritual realm, and it is very close to us, and you can definitely get more guidance and more help. See, because they have a little bit power more than the other methods. So the guide, but yeah, you should trust the guidance that you are getting. That is more important. The importance is to make that proper connection and trust the guidance which is coming to you. Because yeah, and there are people who channelize and channelize and channelize, and they become psychic, so they don't use any card as a medium, they only use the messages. Because in the entire process what happens is, you need to connect to the, so if I'm there, I have to connect to your higher self to get that connection to the, using that connection to the spiritual realm.
Right.
So anything is possible. And there are people who are asking me, job kaisa hai, when will I get married? All those same kind of questions. But this is especially for those who want to connect to their, as help people who are grieving for their loved ones.
Right. Right. Okay, so obviously there's a certain standard set of questions that definitely comes your way, especially with connecting with ancestors, with connecting with loved ones who moved on. Is there any like really different question that has ever come to you, Dr. Geetanjali? Like it's never happened before and it's never happened after that. Has that ever happened?
It happened just 3 weeks back, 2 or 3 weeks back. This guy came and he said his wife died and she's been gone for almost a year.
All right.
And there are very weird questions also which come in. But anyway, so this person, he came and he told me that my wife is gone and I want to communicate with her. And I said, do you know what is channeling and mediumship? So he said, yes, I'm an astrologer. I've read everything and then come to you. I said, okay. And then he asked me this question, how is she and things like that, and those kind of things. And after that, he asked, I said, is she at peace? I said, no, she's not at peace. So what was the message I was getting? I just communicated. He said, ask her, when will I join her? So till date, nobody has asked me, about death. They've asked in tarot, but this thing that, that longing to go to the wife was first time. I have never experienced this longing to go to the wife and be there. So this is what I found very, very, touching. That he really, and he's not very old. He's what, around 50, 52, I would say. But he said, "Mujhe zyada din tak rukna nahi hai. I want to go very early." I said, no, sir, you are still there. I see you at least for 15, 20, 25 years. Tak to meko dikh raha hai aapka age.
You can, right.
I said, that is your age. So, but he was, so this was very touching that, because until date, nobody has asked me. So many people who come who are widowers and all that, but they never have asked me that, we want to join the wife.
Right. Or the
And I
husband.
said, yeah, all the husband. Kuch nahi, jeena hai bhai.
Right. Well, not to take away from how much he feels for his wife, but yeah,
It
it's
was a very intense love, which I
right.
have not seen. See, you have to understand. I'm not saying that people don't love, but
Correct.
the love so much that he doesn't want to live is a very strong emotion, which I have never seen.
Right. And that, of course, is only in context to that. It's not that it's taking on another turn, and he's definitely going to be. And that's another guidance that
No.
another channeling that
He
happened.
himself is an astrologer. He
Right.
knows. He said,
Him.
I know. But he wanted,
Just in case.
just in case,
Just in
because you as a soul have a lot of opportunities to leave the body. You have multiple opportunities to take the door. You have at least 3 to 5 opportunities. So your near-death experiences, your operations and things like that are all the signals to leave the body. So when the soul decides to exit is when it decides to exit.
Right. And some questions in Dr. Geetanjali, I'm going to bring them up. Before that, giving everybody a reminder that we are going to get a channeled message for all of us. That's coming up soon. Where is it? Who is sending it? What's happening? We will give you those details as well. So Vijayata wrote in Dr. Geetanjali saying, today I called Geetanjali ma'am and unexpectedly she's taking a live class. It's a divine call for me.
Okay.
Yuvraj Singh has written saying, wanted to know how and what kind of solutions we get through channeling and mediumship.
See, as I said, you are here to get messages. This is not some solution that we are giving. Yeah, but at some time, if Providence, you get some message that do this to help your work or do this, that can come in. But I have never seen it coming that much. That, this is not their astrology that you have to do Shani Devta and this Devta. It is a message. But your own communication with the higher self can become so strong that what you want, you can start manifesting in your life. That is something which you will not find in any other place. Like, so suppose if I need something, I just look up and I ask, and it happens. But that trust should be there, Neelu. The problem is people don't trust.
Right.
Dinka jo conscious mind hai na, they will come up in this thing. Is it possible? This is all about faith.
Correct.
You don't trust, then we can't help you. Nobody can help you.
And Mamta, thank you. Thank you for your message. Kranti and Varsha have both written in asking the same question. Like, how do you know who is your spirit guide, or how do you know the name of your spirit guide? Is that something that's taught?
So that is again the message that you will get during when you are taught. You were taught about the spirit guides and things like that. And if they want, sometimes the spirit guides comes in only the form of light. You can see a red light. You can see an angel light. You can just see, you don't see names. That's okay. It's not necessary that you need to know the names. Sometimes I remember one of the classes which I had done, and this lady learned the channeling. And she said, I want to channel you. I want to channel how many spirit guides you have. I want to channel how many ascended masters you have. I said, okay, theek hai. And I gave her, yeah. And she did it, and she says, I'm seeing 13 spirit guides with you. You have so powerful spirit guides and so powerful ascended masters. I'm really so this thing, and you are really blessed. And this is, I'm talking about 2009, 9 and 10. Not before that, but not after that. It was as early as that. And so, and she was like divinely guided, or what, maybe I wanted to know how many I have. So, that other person asked the question. Right. We don't know that.
And Dimples asked, how do we get confirmation that from the one that we're connecting to is the one that we have called upon, and it is not some other spirit? So
there is always, if a right spirit guide will come to you, you will not feel, there are certain, small things that you have to look out. You will feel good. Like, how did I say, it's such a warm welcome. I felt good. Same feeling you will get that you are not in a presence of a negative spirit, or there's some evil spirit or some spirit which can create you harm, or the person you have called is not coming. You will, when such your ancestors come in, your spirit guides come in, you have a warm feeling around you. Otherwise, if there are spirits who are not good, then you get a cold feeling around you. You feel that you are in ice cold. Okay. आपको डर लगता है, आपको anxious लगता है, आप you cannot be like comfortable. So your body is there, na? Your body has an intelligence. It communicates. You know something is not right. You know, so many times you have that gut feeling that something is not right. How many times people have had?
Yeah.
Write it down now, because you will be having that, and your gut feeling came true.
Right.
That's your channeling.
Right. In fact, Kranti has asked Dr. Geetanjali that she's lost a friend during COVID, and that she had messaged her just 2 days before it happening, and she didn't know that her friend was in the hospital. And then she spoke to her, they chatted nicely and aram se, and 2 days later she had moved on, and this is during COVID time. So what Kranti is asking is that, was this like a psychic message to me? Does everyone have psychic ability? And how does one develop
This
this?
was a friend's soul wanting to connect with Kranti.
Right.
So it was her calling to connect, so 23rd of March, my father's slowly started his journey. And 24th March, he was gone. So, no, 21st March, he started his journey. So his soul decided to exit, And 21st March, I was sleeping, and I just woke up and I felt my father's presence. And I saying, no, he's not here. He's safe in the hospital. Why are you feeling this way? But when I got up, I felt some huge thing moving out. I could see.
Right.
There was some energy which thak karke went. And I didn't understand. I said, there is no call from the hospital and all that. He's safe. But he had started going on. So, that soul moves. And see, please understand, because we are in this paranormal world, we have more access. We feel more. So what I felt, my brothers did not feel. My mother did not feel till date.
Right. Right.
So it was a soul who was visiting her. The friend wanted to, rather than her psychic ability.
And there's also a question about if you see your dead relatives in dreams, have they come to give messages? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad
I'm working
thing?
with one person, and she's a cancer survivor. Okay. And I'm working with her through healings and everything. And she told me that she, in her dreams, are seeing her ancestors. She said, I see a dream that there's a village and my ancestors are there and I'm part. I said, let's talk to the ancestors and get you out of it, because there's a part of you which is already left and gone there. So let's talk to your soul and let it come back. So it happens. And people do see you, because your dreams are also one way that you can communicate to your ancestors and spirits, because it's your astral travel. Understand, your physical body is down, your conscious mind is down, now your subconscious is up. And your subconscious is up, then you don't have control over your astral body. Then your astral body slowly starts leaving the physical body. And then it starts traveling. That's why 3 months, 6 months, 9 months down the future, you know what's going to happen. So at that point of time, you can visit your spirit guides, you can visit the spiritual realm, you can go anywhere you want, any part of the world.
And Dr. Geetanjali, like Kranti asked, does everybody have psychic ability? Can everybody channel?
Yes, but everybody's ability is a little bit different. So you need to channelize it, or you need to practice it. You have to be there.
In fact, and another couple of things that have come in is, can you get a message from my father? Can you get a message from somebody who's moved on? There is actually something that you can do with Dr. Geetanjali. It is part of her offers, and I'll explain. I just want to take an opportunity to just explain something to everybody here. Dr. Geetanjali, there is a certain process that is involved in channeling messages from the loved ones who have moved on, right? And that involves a photograph.
Yeah.
Right. And we don't want to, we're not going to be having photographs here, but we will receive other messages. However, to just to give you an insight, an understanding of how this happens. Dr. Gitanjali, I think just half an hour, 1 hour before the call.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So would you like to share with everybody
Yeah, right.
what happened and what was the process and what came through?
So I just channeled uh, my message for, I will not take the name. Is it okay?
Absolutely. We respect
So,
everybody's privacy.
yeah, just now the person has left the spiritual realm on the 20th, in August 2022. Again, I'm not taking dates. And when I channeled the message came for the wife, that the wife needs to be taken care of. More the daughter had connected to me and was expecting some message for her. But I said that no, the wife needs to be taken care of. And this is the message coming from him, that there is a problem there and that needs to be sorted. And she's grieving a lot and she needs, so even though the daughter had come for message for herself, but the communication or the channeling was something very, very different. And so I passed on the message, and it was quite good. So yes, I had the photograph, I required the date of birth, I required the time the person has expired. Time is not the exact time, but the date the person expired. And then we communicate with that person through the higher self of the client, and we get the right messages.
And what is important here is though, it's because you see the face and do the channeling, right?
Right.
So people, we are going to experience a few things here. However, not this aspect, but you will have options for it, because it is a part of the work that Dr. Gitanjali does, be it in channeling for you or even teaching you. So with that said, Dr. Gitanjali, with so many questions coming in, and even about how, how do we get, how how is this going to help? I mean, do we get solutions? Do we get this? And like you said, it's messages, and you have this lovely thing that you want to do for all of us, which is what, Dr. Gitanjali, the guided message
For everyone.
for everybody from Archangel Michael, correct?
Right. I'll
Right.
just channelize it for the entire group. Just give me
Yes.
maybe 2 minutes.
Right.
Okay.
And Dr. Gitanjali, you'd be also putting into it, anybody who's catching the replay also is getting this message for themselves as well, right?
I don't know about that, but this I will definitely do, because
Okay.
this is like, an energetic thing. Maybe
Right.
that person, when he's doing it and the message could, if he thinks that it is for him, good, or maybe he can get a message through something. Channel messages are very different. Like, I was in 2009, I got a call from a TV show that you need to come for something. And I said, yeah, full day to waste there. How does it matter? Just to go there as a tarot reader and to try to show. But the person who gave me the message, whose show it was Anu Kapoor. And suddenly, and I was thinking, should I do or not? And I suddenly saw a rickshaw with the name Anu written. So, and it was not ANU, it was ANNU. And Anu Kapoor puts a double N.
Double N, correct.
So it was an immediate channeling message for me, go there. You may not learn anything, you may not get benefit, but somewhere it's going to help you. Sometimes the experience is very good. And unfortunately, this show was never made. And he was trying to find out, who can. So in that day, I remember through my cards, I had told, he had given me this thing task, which share value will go up and which share value will go down. How much amount? And I had exactly given him the amount. It was a nice show. The concept was very nice. Trikal Darshi had called the concept, but nothing happened. But yeah, this is how you get a channel message.
Right. And before you go into this, Dr. Gitanjali, this is for everybody. Yes, Bharti, your question is visible. Dr. Gitanjali, you can connect to the loved ones who have moved on from any period of time, correct? In this lifetime?
Provided they have not taken birth. Please understand. If it's a theory of reincarnation, the soul will not come. It is not going to take from there and suddenly leave the body and come to us. So you'll get that message that the person is reincarnated and the soul is not there.
Okay. All right. So maybe even if somebody's moved on, like Bharti's written in about
7, 8
the
years
fact
back.
that, yeah, about 6, 7 years back.
Already the communication is coming through. 7, 8 years, I told.
Okay. All right. Okay. So
Already
it's
the communication is coming through. He's there. Oh, whatever.
okay. So Bharti, again, and for everybody who is requesting these messages about, as I said, there is a photograph required, and that is something that is a one-on-one thing between you and the expert, in this case, Dr. Gitanjali. It's a part of the offer. So just hang on to hear about that. Right now, we are going to get a lovely message, guided, channeled message from Archangel Michael for all of us. And after that,
For 2023.
for 2023, fabulous, fabulous. And after that, we will definitely give you an experience of how Dr. Gitanjali sees the face and does the reading. You will get that experience also. So hang in there. Yes, Dr. Gitanjali, please go
So
ahead.
I
You will
want
be in
just all of
silence.
you to do me. Yeah, you have to be in silence. Close your eyes. Use the Dhyan Mudra if you can. At least that much. Okay. We are 118. Including 118. Okay. The first message I've got is that they need everyone present in this group will go through a lot of transformation in the next 1 year. And they will be releasing a lot of the first word which came to me was when I saw Archangel Michael was transformation. And they all need to go to this journey to transform the baggage. And I don't know, I got a specific message that people who are looking for weight loss also will lose the weight.
In-
So if anybody is looking for weight loss, I suddenly got a message for weight loss that people are looking for weight loss, and if they transform and they release the lot of weight, I'm seeing, will get dropped. Specifically for if people are there who want to lose their weight. I got a
Right.
specific message for weight loss, and the others for transformation, that they need to transform, or they will definitely undergo a period of transformation, either as a new person and change. Some of them will change locations. They will not stay in the same city or the same place. So there's a change of location for some of them, but I don't know, because it's a group message. I'm just
Correct.
here. So those who are looking for weight loss, they're going to do this. Some of you are going to be very, very spiritually growing very good. Really, your spiritual knowledge. They're not here for making money out of this. They are here for just increase of their spiritual knowledge. Those people will see a huge shift in their spirituality, a huge shift in their spiritual awareness and what is happening around them. Some of you will change locations and move just location. Those who are this is the message for those who are looking to change locations. See, understand, I'm not saying this message for everyone, but a huge transformation. 2023 comes in with a huge transformation, especially for this group. And it is divinely guided by Archangel Michael, that and they have to cleanse and purify. What I'm saying is transformation, cleanse, purify. Those are the things which are very, very important. Every one of you, the message is to wear a malachite or a green aventurine. Because his color, fortunately, unfortunately, I'm also wearing green. I never knew. And even though his message is not, his color is not that, crystal is not green for him, but we have to use a malachite or a green aventurine, anything green jade, as a color to receive. That's the message. They need to go and buy this crystal for themselves and keep it in themselves, in their purse or anywhere, hold it and be with this with this crystal all throughout. That's the message, because if they want to transform and purify and release.
Fascinating. And what a beautiful message, really. What a beautiful message. Because I'd like to say transformation, normally, on a summit, transformation is about just looking at, but here what you've said is whoever's looking to release weight, It's going to happen. Go for it. Whoever's looking to change locations, whether you're shifting from apartment A to apartment B, or you're shifting from city C to city D, or you're moving the country, moving our country, whatever it is, whoever's looking for it, it is there. So that's the transformation. It's not just, so it's emotional, it's physical, it's literally physical, either physically in the body, and for whoever this is,
Yeah.
it's a general message for everybody. Beautiful and fantastic. And few questions have come in, Dr. Gitanjali, just very quickly, and everybody said thank you, God bless you. And Kranti says, I'm waiting to learn more lessons in the spiritual line. Kranti, look at the message that is coming from Archangel Michael for everybody. Dr. Gitanjali, you just said that those who are looking to understand, who are looking to grow and not looking at it as, to earn the money bit only, it is going to happen for you as well. And then there's Priyanka, who's written in saying that she's joining in from Bangalore. Hello, Priyanka from Bangalore. And she's just joined the call today. And she's been longing for the guidance for moksha. And she's asked for guidance, as I'm also a psychic, FYI. Okay, you know what, Priya? Okay, disclaimer for everybody. I forgot to mention it before the call. Whoever we bring on, you need to be on video. Simple reason, Dr. Gitanjali has to see your face. This call is being live streamed. Replays will be public. So please come on only if you're very sure about wanting to do this. Dr. Gitanjali, can they ask a question, or you're just going to give a guide, whatever's coming through for them?
Let me first see what is coming through for them. Otherwise, they can ask a question and I will immediately get an answer.
Fantastic. We'll do that. If Priya is here, Shilpa, with her video on, Priyanka is her name, and Priya K is what she's showing up as in. And while we see if she's here and we get her on. So Divya has written, yay, I'm on my weight loss journey. Shaker says weight loss, and Kranti says, wow, I'm looking for a job in Canada. And Shaker also says, looking for big transformation in life. Bharti is asked, how do I identify a real crystal? Okay, I'm sure there are ways and means to do that. And Dr. Gitanjali, is there a tip you can give them? Because this is like a big conversation by itself, how to identify a real crystal.
No, crystals are real only. The green aventurine will cost you how much? 200-300 rupees. But of course, a malachite would cost you 600-700. Real crystal, go to a crystal dealer and get it. Like they normally sell good crystals and nice crystals. If you can't source, then you tell us, then we will source it for you. But then whatever we source, then, all couriered and all that doesn't make sense for us because we are not crystal dealers. I will give you a loan. Tell them to connect with me. I'll give them a crystal dealer.
Yeah. In fact, you're most welcome to we'll post it on the group for everybody.
Okay. So I'll put it right now.
No worries. We'll post it after the call. No worries. And Bharti's asked, are autism and ADHD special children new souls? Oh, interesting. Oh.
Okay. So they're not new souls, first of all. In fact, they're old souls. So who is telling them about new souls is not the right person, because they're not new souls. They are old souls. And the old souls have to go through some kind of a transition. They need to let go of some kind of karma, but they don't want to incur new karma. And when you are an autistic child or an ADHD child, because you are so much in, if you remember, there's so much in their own world, there is no karma coming in. They don't make decisions, they don't harm people, they're not doing anything wrong. So there is no karma incurred in this reincarnation of theirs. That's why the old soul now wants to finish the process and go back. And hence, mostly and of course, the very strong karma with the parents, especially the mother. So they just want to finish that off and go off and not to incur new. So that's why they are old souls and not new souls.
Interesting. Thank you for the question. In fact, Bharti.
Good question.
And yeah, it's a good question. I don't think I've ever come across this. I do not recall coming across a question like this before.
But I honestly have the confidence that I will answer. Huh? Thank you, Bharti, for that. That is also important.
Fantastic. And of course, full on, what confidence, absolute faith in you, Dr. Geetanjali. I'm going to go beyond confidence. It's faith, it's belief. There was a question that I missed from NJG. Is there a timeline As in, is there a particular, timeline within which this connection can be done? Because after that, the soul is definitely getting reincarnated. Is there a
Some
set
souls don't
timeline?
get reincarnated for 100 years.
Right,
There is no timeline.
right,
There are souls who don't get reincarnated for 100 years. They are waiting for that right moment to reincarnate. So there is no timeline. You will just understand when the client is not, with the medium is not receiving any messages. That means the soul has reincarnated. And it has happened where I have not received certain messages and I have said your mother has already reincarnated, your father has already reincarnated, and there is no message from him right now.
right. So, Bharti, I think it was you who had asked about your father from 6 to 7 years ago. Have a check with Dr. Geetanjali if this is on or not, and then I'm sure Dr. Geetanjali, you'll be able to let her know that, yeah, okay, come, you can come in for this work. I can see Neeti is also here, and Neeti has learned this from you, but we'll bring Neeti on in a quick bit. Rima, I can see you here. So apparently, Dr. Gitanjali, I'm so sorry, not apparently. This is what Rima has written, that I am attracting negative spirits. Will they continue harming me? She's written that down. What you get channeled, what is going to happen? Let's see. Rima Banwari, let's get her on.
Hi, Rima. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
We are good. Tell me. Can you just tell me something about yourself, Rima?
My name is Reema Vanwari. I'm from Mumbai. I'm 34 years old. And since childhood, I've always felt attacked by negative energies.
Can you give me an example?
When I was 5 years old, there was a soul of a girl child that attached herself to me, and she has hurt me and damaged me a lot in this life.
Okay. And how has she hurt you and damaged you?
She has done a lot of bad stuff to me. I
Okay.
can't go into detail right now
That's
because
okay. Okay. So you want to know whether you'll be free of this girl or not?
why have I attracted? Basically, I have gotten rid of her, but will more negative energies come to me? Will they attack me? Do I have a guardian angel?
Everybody has guardian angels. Can I know your date of birth?
14 January 88.
Very funny. The second client also is 1988. Okay. Let me just channelize for you. Please can you close your eyes? Okay, Rima, what I'm seeing is after you have come into the spiritual world, I see that these energies have stopped bothering you.
Yeah, to some extent, but I still feel suicidal.
Suicidal means there is some other, there's one energy behind you, which I saw, which is kind of suicidal, or which puts those thoughts in your mind. You need to just go to any person who releases these energies and you will be free of this. But understand the cause is in you. So you have those beliefs when I was going to, I'm a victim, I am attacked, people are against me, issues with your marital life and things like that are coming. So because of this, you feel a lot of attacks. So there's a lot of history behind you, which we need to tap into. And so the problem is not the spirit, the problem is you. You need to get healed, only then will the spirit stop attaching. So एक को निकाला दूसरा आता है. But this ये आपको दूर है, आपके पास नहीं है. There is a boundary. I saw him that you are surrounded in an aura and the spirit is not able to touch you. So you can feel safe. You are safe. That spirit will not attach itself to you. Okay.
How do I connect with my guardian angel? How do I get,
Rima,
whatever?
you have to do the workshop. It's not like a simple thing. It's a 10-class workshop which you have to do to connect with your guardian angels. They're sitting on your shoulders, but you need to connect with them.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rima, and thank you for that, Dr. Gitanjali. Very interesting. Like you said, the previous person was also 1988 born, and so is Rima. And what I definitely want to show, rather bring up here is, if we've all been listening in with Priyanka, there has been no boundary And that is what needs, that healthy boundary needs to be created. Rima has something else going on altogether. There is a protection level around her, and therefore it's not the work that needs to be done is for Rima internally. They might have been born in the same year, but the channel message is very, very different.
Right.
Basis of their questions, and not just their questions, with Dr. Gitanjali, with the way, with your channeling, with the guidance that you have received. I thought it was fantastic. And people, we do want you to know what's coming up for you. We will take you through that. Given time, we'll try and take one or two people on more. Given time. Neeti is here. So before we bring up what's in store for you, with either taking a session with Dr. Gitanjali or actually deciding to learn this, Neeti has learned this as well. Neeti, I have sent you a request to unmute, and we're going to hear directly from Neeti. Hi, Neeti.
Hi, hi,
Hi, Niti.
hi, Dr. Geetanjali.
Hi, Niti, how are
And
you?
all of you, very good evening.
Good evening.
I learned it from Dr. Geetanjali, channeling especially. And believe me, this is amazing. We know so many things around us, what is happening, but we don't know what it is. Like all these people they were talking about, but they don't know how to handle it, how to do it, how to understand it. Understanding, I learned understanding from Dr. Gitanjali. She has done such in a beautiful manner. Like I'm feeling so calm. I know if something is happening around me, I know what it is. No anxiety, nothing. So it's amazing. It's amazing. And it comes, and this channeling comes so naturally to us, to me, so naturally. And then no putting, no effort, no fear, nothing. It is like a water flowing. It is that is smooth and pure and beautiful. So all credit goes to Dr. Gitanjali. I am really blessed to learn all these things. That's
And
all.
Neeti, is there anything that you'd like to share with all of us? Any particular message that you received as a guidance for yourself, for anybody else who had come to you, and that the transformation that took place with that guidance? Is there anything you could possibly
Yeah,
share with
sure,
us?
sure. So after learning this, there was a person, or even in my family also. So I was doing channeling, and that person was very high in anxiety and very scared of something around that person, that lady. And some tragedy happened in her family, and she wanted to know what it is. And when I did this channeling as guided by Dr. Gitanjali, so I received a very bright, very beautiful blue light. Very beautiful blue light. The message was so pure and calming that person, that all her anxiety was gone, all her problems were gone. And I said, you see, this is what you have received from your ancestor, from the person who has left. So this is the way, and it comes so naturally. Like someone was waiting to get it pass through the message through channeling. So that was so vivid and so clear in message. Like it's a strong, beautiful blue light. So
She could
that
see the angels in the form of the spirit guide was the blue light.
yes.
Right. So, and because blue is Archangel Michael, right?
Yeah, but you know what? Here
It's
the
not necessary, right? Right. Right.
blue is the highest form
Right.
of your angelic light.
Understood.
So you are, if you see a blue light in your meditation, it has to happen automatically. Then
Right.
that blue light everyone has. So now Neeti was not aware of it. So she came back to me and she said, I saw blue light. I said, you saw the right light, because spirit, this is your spirit light. Actually, it's blue. And that is how we are communicating. So you have actually touched the nerve without even knowing it.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you,
So
Niti.
it was beautiful
Yes,
experience.
I'm sure it was, and I'm sure it will be for anybody who decides to take this on for themselves as well. Dr. Gitanjali, anything you want to say to Niti before we say bye to her?
No,
This is
she's a very beautiful channel. She just channels information. Like now, if you go to her and you ask her, she will say so many things about you that you don't even know about.
Right.
You know, like this things that are happening in your life, day-to-day life, she can talk about it. She's a very beautiful channel today.
Nice.
and all credit goes to Dr. Geetanjali because I never knew about this thing, you know. So this is a blessing actually. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Niti, for removing time and coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Niti. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Thank you.
And people, yet another testament across all the calls that we've had with Dr. Gitanjali about what a fantastic teacher she is also. And of course, you've had a glimpse, tiny, few minutes. Look what came through. Look what came through. Imagine a full-on session where the world is going to be your oyster. I'm going to be screen sharing right away so that we can all know what's in store for us with Dr. Gitanjali. And as I said, given time, we will try and take somebody on. While I'm getting this on, I'm also very quickly sharing with all of you that Dr. Gitanjali is back tomorrow evening with the same, more on the same. And in fact, tomorrow, all of you will actually go through the experience of what it is, or what it would feel like to be a channel yourself. And of course, this would be in a very safe and protected space. You have nothing to worry about. Coming up right now, immediately for everybody, channeling and mediumship for your peace, for your healing, for your better tomorrow. Because when you're at peace today, your tomorrow does become way better. You have options for a personal session, and you have a channeling and mediumship level 1 and 2. With these special packages, you will be able to self-heal and help others. And of course, as I said, there's a personal package, 30 minutes. There's the course of level 1, and the third one would be your level 1 and 2. And Dr. Gitanjali will quickly tell us, well, not quickly, Dr. Gitanjali, please take your time and tell us what is package A, which is the session with you.
Yeah, so those who want to get a personal session with me, a reading, and sometimes a remedy comes through. See, the remedy comes through intuitively. It is not as if we can guarantee a remedy, but if something comes through, I'll definitely, normally I do give a remedy at the end of it, based on the message that we receive. And in this message, you can get a message from your higher self. You can ask about your future, about what is going to happen if you have some problems that you're facing, your guidance from your divine beings, higher beings, ascended masters, and those who want to connect to the people who have passed on. We need the name and the photograph of the deceased ancestor, which year he died, what was the year of birth, the year of death, the date of the date, and if the person has just passed away. So between the 4th day and the 13th day, we don't do it. Means actually after the 13th day, anytime we can start doing the sessions.
Right.
Okay.
I think this is yes, please. Normally this would
Channeling and mediumship sessions are about for 5,001 each, and this is like a 30-minute session which I take with the client 1-to-1. And today at Mystic Lotus, we are offering it at 3,999 rupees, and this is valid only for about 24 hours. So if anybody wants this session, please book it. Because it's very important for those who want to get the messages. Okay, so those who want to connect.
Right. So 3,999 or $56, 30 minutes with Dr. Gitanjali. As I said, literally the world will be your oyster. You never know what's going to happen and what's going to come through. And of course, the biggest thing about wanting to connect with our loved ones, that will be taken care of. You want to do this for yourself, for your own daily life, and to help others. There is the Channeling and Mediumship course level 1. You become a practitioner. Oh, you become a practitioner, Dr. Geetanjali. Okay, and how does that happen?
So we'll be teaching you what are spirit guides, your ascended masters, how you can connect to them, how to become a channel, how to receive messages. All these will be taught to you in this 2-day course, 5 hours each. And we'll be getting a PDF, you'll be getting a certificate from my Institute of Holistic Sciences. Like this message, Institute of Holistic Sciences, I never ever did any numerology or anything. It just was channeled that I want to call my institute this with this name. It was not thought. So this is the benefit, you should trust the messages that you are getting.
Perfect.
And normally the course contents is what's the purpose, how will it affect your life, how to prepare, is the soul or the spirit being the difference, who is out there anyway, yes, who is out there, and they are trying to connect with us. The basic thing is they're trying to connect with us, how to process it, how to channelize verbally, questions of a universal nature, means what are the questions which you can invite, what are the questions which you can get, how to channel for others, and the crystals for the journey, which crystals will help you in this journey. That will be covered. Mediumship, basically mediumship is the same thing, you become a medium, and so the do's and don'ts on how to become a medium, things like that will be covered up. So you can purchase this one crystal. This is for the course. You require a single terminated quartz. So, it's a pointed thing as a single terminated, any quartz, crystal quartz, calcite, anything, you can take an aventurine, anything, you can take it up and you can buy it. You can buy it from any store.
And there is a bonus, of course.
Yes. So you can anytime revise the course once, and you can be getting a WhatsApp support. So somebody's not able to understand or has questions, I'll quickly answer it. Just as well, a small request, please don't put audio messages because, I cannot, then I'll forget. So if you write it, it will be very good. My answer can be in the audio because it becomes difficult for me to type. But I would request all of you that whoever does the course to please write it because it is good for other people also. And then, there are so many things happening you forget, but a question you never forget if you were able to see it.
Right. Interesting. And thank you for that clarity, for sure, Dr. Geetanjali.
So,
and that's the program schedule?
We are going on the 17th and 18th of December, Saturday and Sunday. We have kept it at the 5 to 10 p.m. so that people who are abroad and want to join the course can definitely do it. And it is it's a 5 hours thing for every day with a little bit 15 minutes break in between twice. Because it's a heavy course, you require that energy to go down.
Right. Nice. And this would normally cost, along with the 10 hours and notes and certification, the support, the free revision, normally would cost how much, Dr. Geetanjali?
We charge normally 39,000 for this course, the entire thing. But with Mystic Lotus, we are coming up with a special package only with Mystic Lotus, and that is at 12,999 only. And it's a very good thing. And this is the first time I'm offering this course at Mystic Lotus.
That's correct. That's correct. This is the first time you've come on with Channeling and Mediumship. Right. Absolutely. Everybody who's who's been around with us on our summits for a long time now, they have seen you with a lot of things, and correct, I have come on first time with Channeling and Mediumship. Right. Superb. Nice, Dr. Geetanjali. 12,999, a one-time investment of that, or $178 for you to look at transforming your lives. Go back to the message that we received. People, pay attention.
Spiritual growth is important.
Right. Package. Yeah. This is package B, of course.
Package C.
Package C is levels 1 and 2. Okay. Oh, practitioner and trainer. Awesome. What happens here, Dr. Geetanjali?
So people that are there who want to train, like I always like to train. I'm born teacher, so I like to train. And so there are people who want to, because, you can't reach everyone. So I prefer making trainers also, that you can reach so many people. So level 2 will be for 5 hours. I deliberately kept it at 5 hours just to do the intake. And there will be a 1 hour over 5 months. So it's a 10 hours course, but 5 hours will be on the 24th of December. And then 1 hour each every month we'll be going through.
Right. as you said, it's intense, and you're doing level 1 for 10 hours, 5
Yeah,
hours
so
each
5
day.
practice sessions over 5 months.
Right. And therefore, Dr. Gitanjali, in between, there would be, you would be, I don't know, setting some homework for them or things that they definitely need to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Teach
Some
parts,
exercise where they can be with me and they can connect with me and give messages and they can come back to me because they could be having issues and problems. So then, it becomes easier.
Right. So you're beginning this second level on 27th of December. And like you said, month-wise it'll be, so will it be 27th of each month for the next 5 months?
That will decide
That
because
you'll
then,
put on the group. All
uh,
right. But the first class for level 2 is on 27 December with the same times, which is
yeah, that will be for 5 hours.
5 hours. Perfect. All right. Oh, and here we have it. What would all of this normally cost?
Yeah, because you're becoming a trainer and I wish you all the luck. It will be costing you about 79,000 normally, which is 1,079 US dollars. But we have a very special price, which is going into 24,000 for level 1 as well as level 2. That means you become a practitioner, you become a trainer, and you can teach people, you can get messages for yourself, you can connect to your higher self, you can decide the course you want to do in your life. Like you can just connect and say, okay, now I require this in my life and you need to show me the way how, or whatever channel message you get. And believe me, it's like bingo, it works.
Fantastic. And again, it's that one-time investment into your life,
Yourself.
into yourself, into your life. And
See, understand,
yes,
if I had not done this course, then I wouldn't have been able to communicate with my father's soul when I wanted.
right,
I didn't wait for it. That's why maybe it was a calling that just suddenly got downloaded, that, do the course. I
right.
never knew why I was being pushed towards the course. Sometimes you don't get answers, but I always feel that you should take it up. If you feel, you should be able to feel it in your gut.
Right, right. And there you have it, people. Package B and C, which is course level 1 and course levels 1 and 2. Just level 1 is where you become a practitioner, and your special offer is $12,999 or $178. And level 2 is where you become a practitioner and a trainer, and that is for only 24,999 rupees or $342. And of course, let's not forget personal session with Dr.
Those
Gitanjali.
who just want to communicate, they can definitely take a personal session. Not everyone has this calling.
Absolutely. And that's at 3,999 or $56. And again, Dr. Gitanjali, I greatly appreciate your clarity on this, that it's okay. It's okay if it's not your calling. You know, you don't have to force yourself to do something that is not currently, maybe you're not ready for, right?
Right.
Right. Thank you for that. And people, basically, what is going to happen? What is going to happen is that the links are on the group. They'll be in the replay as well. Click on the links that you so desire to, because it is time to heal with guidance from departed ancestors, guides, and etc., etc., and etc. with Dr. Geetanjali Saxena. Amazing, very, very lovely offers, Dr. Geetanjali. And Neeti's come on and shared her experience. Priyanka and Rima had two very different experiences, especially when it came to the boundary line with the protection level that they both had. I found it very fascinating. And from the beginning, we heard so much from you. We do have a few minutes. With your permission, Dr. Gitanjali, can we take one more person on?
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm having a quick look at the group as well to okay, there is a question actually. Let me just bring this up very quickly. So Shekhar has written in that I have twin sons. They're both special children, and they're aggressive, and back answering is very normal. There's dyslexia and ADHD and a few other things. And there's inferiority complex and depression as well. He's asking, can I connect to both? Can I connect to their higher self and forgiveness process? If you've understood the question, I'm wondering if Shekhar is asking if he can connect with them.
After learning the course, he can definitely connect. In
And-
fact, it's this thing, I did this yesterday, and I said, ask your higher self to forgive you. I was doing a session with somebody, and suddenly I saw the higher self and say, ask your higher self to forgive. So I said, affirm with me. I asked my higher self to forgive myself. It's the affirmation I gave to the person.
Right. So does that mean, Dr. Geetanjali, that in special cases like these, you can connect with people alive?
Why not? Even that's what I'm saying now, that suppose if today, I'll share this thing. So when I had learned it in 2009, I wanted to connect. I wanted to see the higher self of my husband. So I wanted to talk to him, and I said I wanted to convey that, tell this person, because you're not listening to me. So I said, tell this person to go on this particular thing so that it helps. See, it's not a boundary violation, because he's your husband. I cannot randomly connect to Neelu and say, oh, Neelu's higher self, listen to me. No. So because he's my husband, I could connect, and I was trying to get the answers to certain questions. And what I was like, I saw the higher self, and I said, yeah, this higher self is what I see as my higher self. How come both of us have the same higher self? And then I went into reading a lot of material, and I found that one higher self can have 10 different physical manifestations. So your higher self, and your higher self also can be the same. And when he's talking about his children's higher self, his higher self also can be the same as his children. It's an experience he can be getting. So I saw feminine energy. I still remember a feminine energy with a lot of hair, and I communicated with her, and I said, help me through this process, because it's very, very important. And when I looked at her, I said, this is my own higher self. So rather than communicating with her, I communicated with my higher self.
Right. And alternatively,
I hope people understood what I'm talking about.
And like you said, the higher self can have 10 forms of manifestation. So you never, and so basically within the family, is that how it happens?
Possible, and it can be with, my husband is my family after marriage. I did not know.
Right.
Do you understand? So it was very funny. Some husbands and wife have different higher selves. That also is fine.
Right. And if, like I said, alternatively, he can connect with you for a session for the same thing, correct?
I can speak to the children's higher self.
Right. And there was a question, and I missed it, about please let me know how to connect with the crystals. You've already mentioned this, Dr. Geetanjali, that hold it, carry it, put in your pocket, put the intention.
The green aventurine, or the jade, or the onyx, you can take the green onyx. You can take this thing. Forget the name. Malachite.
Right. Jade, green aventurine, malachite. Fantastic. I am seeing no other questions that have come in as of right now, and I trust that we have answered all the other questions, maybe not directly taking your name, but because they were very similar questions, we did bring them up together. Mamta, I can see you here, and I think you had posted something right at the beginning also. So I thank you for your patience, and I thank you for being here with us. Let's get Mamta on. Hi, Mamta ji.
Hi, Mamta. How are you?
Hello. Thank you. Thank you so much for me. And Geetanjali, you are awesome.
Thank you so much.
Such me awesome. I keep giving all these days I've been through in this call, but you are really awesome. You have a blessing, and it is every day it is going to increase. I'm also a psychic this thing, and I also get messages. I never knew. When I'm hearing you, I realize it, what I'm going through it also, and what I feel it. And I feel about you that not even day, every minute you're increasing your blessings.
Thank you so much.
My really God, Dr. Geetanjali, this is reverse read ho gaya.
So tell me about my transformation. What is my...
Okay. Your date of birth?
29th April 1958.
Okay, so Mamta, just close your eyes. Let me just, what you want your transformation in spirituality, right?
Yeah.
So I've got two messages for you immediately. The first is your transformation started 10 to 15 years back.
Yes, very right.
started right now. You have been on this journey from a very long time.
Yes.
Second thing, I saw a lot of religious transformations also. Do you read a lot of books? Because I saw the Bhagavad Gita with you. I don't know whether you read the Bhagavad Gita, but the message coming through is to read the Gita for you, and that will help you a lot in your transformation. That's the
Okay,
first.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Do you read the Bhagavad Gita?
No, somebody has given me a few years back Bhagavad Gita.
That's your transformation, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Thank
You
you
need
so
to read
much.
it.
Yeah, and I wish I can do this course with you. So I want finance to arrive so that I can do with you.
Don't
So
worry, it will arrive.
it'll arrive.
I will always say that, you know, if you have the motive, the intent, the money comes in.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you.
So much. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Mamta. Thank you for coming on. And
Thank you, Niluji. Really, thank you.
I found it very fascinating that we literally had a reverse read happening where it was fantastic. And on that very happy, lovely note, we are at end of call, people. And Dr. Geetanjali is back tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Same time, same place. And tomorrow, more of this. And the one more thing that's going to happen is that you will get to experience what it is to be like as a channel yourself. Dr. Geetanjali will take you through this step by step. Dr. Geetanjali, as always, what can I say? Beautiful call, the explanations into channeling and mediumship, answering the questions. There were a few that we could not take on. Maybe we'll check back on the group. And the message from Archangel Michael for everybody for transformation 2023 is going to be your year of transformation. Interpret transformation as you want, be it your weight journey, be it your location change journey, be it your spiritual journey. Receive it, receive it, receive it, do something about it, because transformation cannot happen without change. Change cannot happen without action. Correct, Dr. Geetanjali?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Neelu. It was fantastic to, be here. Lagai nahi call tha.
Absolutely. Yes. Thoroughly.
That was important.
Right. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And Priyanka and Rima, and of course, Mamta ji, thank you for coming on. And people, please say bye to the fabulous Dr. Geetanjali Saxena.
Bye. Thank you so much. See you all tomorrow.
Yes. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.